just a shade below that. 95.6 so far.
He was very impressive against Benito van der Pas, knocking out the number 5 seed earlier on in a game that...
First leg down to throw first. Game on.
Daryl Gurney saw off Benito van der Pas, and that game was perhaps a clash of two people who are both vying to be the next person at the top table of elite darts.
100.
Gurney coming through that 6-3 earlier on, averaging 98.5. It was very, very impressive stuff from Super Chin. But evenly matched this one.
Yeah, 12th and 13th seeds as well meeting here for the right to meet Michael van Gerwen in the semi-final, the first semi-final this evening.
Cristo has not beaten Daryl Gurney in his professional career. Did come close earlier this year. Was beaten 6-5. In fact, that was the day that Daryl Gurney claimed his first PDC title, and Cristo got as close as anybody to beating Gurney on that day.
100.
Cristo, the highest ranked player in the PDC, not to have won a title as yet. But he can do it.
96.
Look at his displays so far this weekend. Those 6-5 wins that you mentioned against players who were not missing any doubles against him. Rene Idams was almost flawless. Simon Whitlock was finishing very well. But he's come through with averages in the high 90s. And it is the sort of performance Cristo has been putting in on a regular basis. And they're the sorts of performances that, if you string them together, can win you titles.
140.
And that's got him down to a finish. Chance to break the throw, unless Gurney takes out the biggest check out of the lot. And that isn't happening.
134. Cristo require 148.
Well, just underneath the
100.
wire.
Now we require 36.
Well, Gurney hasn't been, in the early stages of matches, convincing on doubles. He talked about it in his match yesterday, but he's found a double there eventually.
Cristo to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, 6 from 21 in his match against Johnny Clayton. I mentioned the match against Hendricks in the opening round in Hamburg as well, but much improved against Van der Pas earlier today, 6 from 9.
Yeah, very good.
Very good indeed.
So you just think that maybe getting that first double hit. Well, you can see, look, Cristo's pretty much hit half his doubles.
96.
Gurney's hit a little bit less. 40% is kind of the average that these players expect. They expect to hit 40%, playing well 50%, playing really well 60 and upwards.
134.
Irving King, the doubles king so far this weekend.
Oh.
121.
6 from 7 and 6 from 10, or 6 from 11.
Very good stuff. Cristo Reyes, potential 11 dart leg coming in to hold his throw and tie it up at one apiece.
60. Cristo, you require 87.
Treble 17 it is. Doesn't need to go 20 ball.
55.
So just leave himself on double 16. That looks perfect, Daryl Gurney. Absolutely plump.
Well, it might not make a difference in terms of the outcome of this leg, but it's just given Cristo something to think about here.
And you show to the second leg.
One apiece.
So the Daryl to throw first. Game on.
The old wasted 180, as we call it.
100.
Saw Gurney yesterday against Johnny Clayton, actually getting quite frustrated. It was probably his...
60.
It's the most animated I've seen.
It's certainly the angriest I've seen. It was just a business head-on, as usual, against Benito van der Pas this afternoon. Needed to be playing very well. He went 3-0 up against Benito and was cruising. Benito levelled, played some really good stuff to get back into it. And then Gurney just pulled away and won the last 3 legs.
135.
Here's a player with this big scoring power. When the doubles are going in, it does mean that he can go on these spurts, these runs. And
60.
Taking on Michael van Gerwen, he respects MVG, but he won't be afraid of him because he has beaten Michael van Gerwen on the European Tour, of course.
100.
And he loves a big checkout as well, does Daryl Gurney.
Chance for Cristo this, though.
Very much so. Ton 40 or so will leave him in pole position here.
95.
Not
Bit awkward.
bad.
$123. Cristo Reyes, 111.
Hey, look at the 19s first up. Does do. Lovely dart.
16.
Really good stuff, Cristo Reyes. 111 check out for a break of throw, and the Spaniard goes into the lead. He needed a break. He's got it. Can he defend that?
Full flag, Cristo to throw first. Game on.
Must give players a massive boost when they get a nice big meaty checkout early on like that for a break of throw. Early on in a match of this magnitude, quarter-final of a European Tour event, just to settle you down.
97. $140.
Just putting it together now, Cristo Reyes.
100.
Yeah, if these two just settle into a rhythm and find their range on that treble 20, we could see a succession of very tidy,
98.
satisfying legs of darts. We saw that in the Cristo Reyes game against Simon Whitlock, where it's just everything was 14 darter, 13 darter, 15, 14, 13.
100. Cristo Reyes, 164.
Satisfying to watch, neat and tidy stuff. Both players playing well. Having to take out those checkouts under pressure with the other guy breathing down their neck, but they were doing it, and they were doing it over and over and over again. Cristo just getting over the line.
92.
That's enough for a tap on the shoulder for Cristo Reyes.
Yeah, needed that last treble, did Daryl Gurney, but Reyes looking here at 72. Double 6. Nothing wrong with his finishing whatsoever in this one so far.
Game on.
Yeah, and again, Cristo just seems to have settled into that rhythm that we saw against Simon Whitlock. He's done 14 dart, 15 darter, 14 darter. If you carry that on through an entire match, you're averaging between 100 and 107. It's really good stuff.
3 from 4 on his double so far for Cristo Reyes, and his scoring's pretty impressive as well. It's actually a first 180 of the match, but it's just backing up the numerous ton 40s and the ton plus scores that he's rattled in so far.
100.
And Daryl Gurney has a lot of work to do here. But Reyes
41.
unable to back it up with anything significant, and Gurney just allowed a route back into this leg hit.
Reyes coming into this tournament as the 13th seed, avoiding
100.
Michael van Gerwen and Peter Wright at the third round stage. Still had to play well against Simon Whitlock, as we've already said, but did do enough. Peter Wright and MVG have been ending Cristo Reyes' hopes quite early on in tournaments, and that's hindered his progression up the rankings, despite the fact he's been playing very, very well and has been for some time and getting better.
140.
But even a straight 60 here. Yeah, it leaves him Shanghai, that.
61.
And Gurney, does he go 25 for double 18? He does, and he gets to 25. Good guy. But doesn't make the most of it. And Reyes, even though it was only a visit without a treble last time out, he knows, stay straight. Oh. And he's got a real chance.
He's got a terrific chance now for a 4-1 lead for Cristo Reyes.
80.
Just above the wire. Let off for Daryl Gurney, who comes back for double 9 here. Well, that's just as close, but it's still not enough. Oh. Look at that. Daryl Gurney could not believe his eyes.
Well,
40.
had the first two been right on the wire, I'm sure that last one would have just kissed in. But there was just enough room for Daryl Gurney to squeeze one between those darts and the wire, and he has paid the price. Cristo Reyes apologises. Not sure why.
I wouldn't.
He's 4-1 up, 2 legs away from a back-to-back second semi-final appearance on the European Tour. Cristo Reyes, we have seen him grow. We've seen him come of age as a PDC pro over the last 3 years.
134.
And his progression is continuing here in Vienna this weekend. He is hitting more than half his darts at double for the weekend. That is superb.
Just continues to catch the eye. He came into the quarterfinals, the revised betting. He was a 25-1 shot. Only Kim Villienen was a bigger price than Reyes at the start of play this evening. Gurney is 16-1 candidate, but it's Reyes who's defying those odds at the moment here.
Don't want to get ahead of ourselves. But Cristo Reyes does have a win against Michael van Gerwen.
93.
He has done it. 2 more legs. He'll get another chance to add to that tally. And more importantly
86.
for Cristo, a chance of a first PDC final, a final on the European Tour at that. And Daryl Gurney is a player, I believe, who the first final he made in the PDC was a Euro Tour final.
In Venray.
I don't think he made a Pro Tour final prior to that. 180 to leave a finish.
145. So you're 116.
I like it. Leaves the 167. But the 116 might be going. Double top for Cristo.
96.
Just pulls it down. Gurney, a good visit there, has gone into a finish, but this is enormous.
This has to go for Daryl Gurney because Reyes is ready to go on double 10, but Gurney unable to find the treble 19 for the bullseye. And
39.
Well,
so you require 20.
Reyes here for a 5-1 lead, double 5. That's the danger, and Gurney has...
Oh, you require 28.
Well, he's been given a really good opportunity here to just keep himself afloat here more than anything. Look at the glare from Gurney. Look at the anger in his eyes as well.
Cristo Reyes missed 3 darts for a 5-1
so
lead.
Daryl to throw
He's got his belly out.
Game on.
Well, it's one way of showing your frustration.
Break of throw for a 4-2 deficit, though.
81. $140.
Daryl Gurney very nearly made it back-to-back wins on the Pro Tour, having won on the Saturday. Earlier on, that was back in April, beating Cristo along the way. Went on to claim the title, beat Kim Huybrechts in the final, as that one is rejected from the board.
61.
He very nearly made it 2 in 2 days as he got to the final the following day and was only beaten in the last leg by Joe Cullen, but he did come from behind, a long way behind in that final, Daryl Gurney, and got a dart for the
60.
title.
Yeah, missed the bull in the decider against Cullen.
Said earlier on that
60.
Daryl Gurney, if he does settle into a rhythm, if he does find his range on the treble 20, he can put these runs together and just win leg after leg because his scoring power can just blitz opponents.
100.
But it's not quite there tonight, is it? Only the 180 for Daryl Gurney. Only averaging 92-ish.
60. Oh, you require
I mean, it's solid,
120.
but it's not really enough to scare the best players in the world in the back ends of a big tournament such as this.
Moving all over the oche here, Daryl Gurney trying to find a way through on those 20s, but still the favourite here to win this 7th leg. Although Reyes, looking to apply some pressure, doesn't want to go anywhere near that bed again.
140.
And he leaves himself tops, and Gurney, all of a sudden, has something to think about once again here.
2 darts at double. And there it is, you can see Daryl Gurney, a release of frustration. He has been missing doubles, but he pins that one first time, an important one as well.
And you heard the cry of, come on! But Cristo Reyes out of the blocks, like a greyhound out of the traps in this 8th leg. Just looking to stamp his authority over this one, as he attempts to stop Daryl Gurney in his tracks. Five perfect darts for Cristo Reyes. Make that 6. Now, I did say I was not going to get excited about all this.
Well, Alan Norris
59.
got us all a bit excited this weekend. Only got 7 darts into the 9. Cristo Reyes has 2 career 9-darters already. He will not add to that tally in this leg.
89.
But he has put a big hole in that.
And he should win this leg now.
60.
Especially with Gurney
52.
languishing on 286. All the time in the world here for Cristo Reyes. Double 16 then. There it is. Stops the rock. Keeps Gurney at hands or at arm's length.
It is still just the 1 break of throw that Daryl Gurney needs. However, Cristo Reyes is averaging round about the 100 mark. It's good stuff from the Spartan. There you see, 98. And he is the first 9 average for Daryl Gurney.
100.
It's nowhere near where it should be. He has not scored as he should have done. You look at the number of 180s and 140s that these guys have thrown, then Cristo outdoes Daryl.
58.
There you go, 3-1 on the 180s, 9-5 on the 2 treble visits, and that is why he's fully 22 points clear on that first 9 average. And Daryl Gurney, a big scorer, has not been able to live with Cristo Reyes' scoring power.
Make that 4-1 on the 180s.
A 4th 180 for Cristo Reyes.
Gurney needs a treble here.
60.
Even 1 wouldn't be enough, really, because he is in real danger of going out at the quarter-final stage. Reyes once again back in the red stuff.
177.
Absolutely sublime from Cristo Reyes. 2 darts away then.
For a second successive Euro Tour semi-final, Cristo Reyes. Double 16. How good is this man? The best player ever to come from Spain. Cristo Reyes, the Spartan, the man from Tenerife, makes it back-to-back Euro Tour semi-finals. And he will do battle with the world #1, Michael van Gerwen.